Good morning, everybody. My name is Guy Harrison. I'm the Economic Counsellor at the British Deputy High Commission in Lagos. And it's a pleasure to welcome everybody to this webinar. It's been just over a year since the UK-Nigeria Tech Hub was established as part of the International Tech Hub network. The aim of the Tech Hub is to drive the UK government's commitment in countries such as Nigeria to help develop the tech ecosystem. And I'm extremely proud of the team here for all the work that they have done over the past year and a bit in delivering precisely that. In particular, since its inception and through various programs, the Hub has supported over 2,500 startups and small and medium enterprises from across 15 states in Nigeria's federation. Of those, 600 have benefited from specific programs designed to support tech startups through the COVID-19 pandemic. So we are very, very pleased with the level of response and our ability to help and support startups and SMEs at this very difficult time. Thanks to those programs, more than 100 young Nigerians have received training and more than 230 women have received mentoring. With the onset of COVID-19 in April 2020, the Tech Hub decided that it would survey the tech sector so as to understand how startups were adapting in these unprecedented times, and also to get an idea of the challenges they faced. That survey showed that the ongoing pandemic and the lockdown economy continues to affect startups in many different ways. But crucially, it has forced many to reevaluate their business models. It has disrupted value chains, and it has certainly had an impact on startups' ability to raise funds. So I want to turn now to the iNOVO Accelerator program. This is an intervention with the UK-Nigeria Tech Hub, which supports and builds capacity of early-stage startups, particularly in EdTech, Agritech, and Health Tech. All of these companies are developing innovative solutions to address the challenges caused by COVID-19 in these sectors. For over 3 months, 10 selected startups have received capacity building training, have leveraged the network provided by the program, and have also received an opportunity to validate the solutions through pilots and proof of concept engagements, which will enable these companies to pivot and adapt their services and products. We see all around us that new technologies are constantly coming into market. The world is constantly evolving thanks to these. So we hope that these intervention programs will better equip early stage founders building solutions to solve social problems. And we know that as Nigeria continues to recover from COVID-19, and as the economy gradually opens up again, we know that helping those companies to push those social solutions into market is something which is going to be of great benefit in terms of better social help for many and for job creation. So I conclude this with 2 messages. First of all, a huge congratulations to all participating startups. We very much hope that this program will provide you with a springboard to enable you to scale up and to make an impact. We also know that the program can help with leverage on the network, and we're always open to helping all of you to continue to learn, to receive feedback on your solutions, and then get them to scale. Once again, thank you for taking the time to be part of this event. I wish you a very, very successful webinar and look forward to our continuing support for this fantastic sector, which is providing and contributing so much to Nigeria's economy. Thank you very much.
The COVID-19 pandemic created a ripple of systematic shutdowns around the globe, causing the world to face one of the most hardest periods in human history. Businesses were closed, schools sent students home, and we had our healthcare workers at the forefront to ward off the deadly disease. In Nigeria, where the economy and daily survival of many is heavily reliant on buying, selling, and production. This shutdown was in no doubt devastating. But it wasn't all bad. We rose to the challenge, adapted, and found ways to keep ourselves and our businesses above water. Building solutions that work requires us to push beyond limits constantly. We're about to share a glimpse of the type of motivation possible when a vision drives people, and a common goal to rise to the task pushes us to develop innovative solutions to the challenges caused by COVID-19. Over the past 3 months, through the iNOVO Accelerator program, we have worked with top 10 early-stage startups across EdTech, Health Tech, and Agritech, and been inspired by their dedication to innovate and cause a positive social change. We are honored to share what they've been up to. This is the UK Nigeria Tech Hub iNOVO Demo Day 2021, powered by Ventures Platform and Startupbootcamp AfriTech.
We saw the worst of the COVID-19 pandemic and the world is slowly recovering. We realize now more than ever that we can't let health, education, and agriculture be secondary concerns. 2020 was a huge shock, but it now serves as a constant reminder of how volatile these industries are and how close they were to the brink of complete collapse. From families and individuals to businesses and corporations, it is time to put in the work to make sure these industries work to better the socio-economic well-being of our country and the world we live in. Opportunities abound, and technology has given us a vast playing field to be innovative. Riding on the wave of innovation sweeping the nation, the UK Nigeria Tech Hub decided to take action. The iNOVO Acceleration Program was born to help discover, mentor, and build the capacity of startups, creating solutions for some of the major problems across education, health, and agriculture, which the pandemic brought to bear. We've seen platforms connecting people to medical assistance during emergencies, education streaming services that are keeping students connected to their classrooms, and also tech solutions that directly connect farmers with consumers and off-takers. With tech, we are putting together the pieces that fell off and rebuilding the health and well-being of our societies. Welcome to the UK Nigeria Tech Hub iNOVO Demo Day 2021.
Hello everyone, welcome to the UK Nigeria Tech Hub iNOVO 2021 Demo Day. We're streaming across multiple platforms. I'm super excited for you to finally get to see what these startups have been working on. Since selection, we've worked with the teams on improving their business propositions, their products, and pitches. We work very closely with the teams to bring out the best in every team member, and every week we had one-on-one sessions to ensure accountability. I would like to thank the partners for playing key roles in helping the teams make valuable connections. I would also like to thank the mentors who have been a part of the program from the beginning in supporting these startups, and we believe that these are relationships that will last a lifetime. All right, so now the pitches. 10 startups will be pitching. Afterwards, you will have the opportunity to meet them, ask questions in the breakout sessions. Description below.
Welcome from Cape Town in South Africa. My name is Philip Kirikoff, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Startupbootcamp AfriTech, who along with Ventures Platform have had the honor of presenting the iNOVO Accelerator program over the last 3 months. Startupbootcamp AfriTech is a Pan-African program where we look for African solutions to African challenges. We've been here since 2017, and we've had the distinct honor of accelerating some of the most inspiring startups on the African continent. Obviously, over the last year, we've encountered an incredible disruption across not only Africa, but around the world. But in Africa, this demographic trend is actually much longer in the making and is a much, much bigger impact than even what we've faced over the last year. By the end of this century, nearly a third of the entire population of the world will be African. And most astonishingly, nearly all of that growth is happening in urban areas. In fact, the 3 largest cities in the world will all be African, with Lagos as the largest and the most populous city in the world. All of that is causing an unbelievable set of challenges, but also an incredible amount of innovation. And that is driving the incredible amount of creativity and entrepreneurial ventures that we're seeing here in this country. So even before COVID, we were very inspired by the innovation and the creativity that was coming out of Nigeria. But what we've seen over the last year has been truly mind-blowing. When we were approached by the UK Nigerian Tech Hub with the opportunity to host an accelerator specifically around this challenge area, we couldn't have been more excited. And of course, we've had the pleasure of partnering with Ventures Platform through this journey. We've also had the opportunity to work with 10 extraordinary startups, and you're going to get to see those startups in just one moment. So within this context of this overall demographic shift that's happening, we now have COVID. And what COVID has done is accelerated the disruption that many industries were facing. Instead of it happening at a very slow pace over a period of decades, it happened all at once. So nearly every industry and every large corporation and organization had to fundamentally rethink the way that they do business. Many industries and aspects of our life, including travel and tourism, but more relevantly, education, health, and agriculture and food supply, were fundamentally changed almost overnight. And large organizations struggle to adapt quickly to those types of challenges. Fortunately, we have an amazing set of startups that stepped into that breach and have figured out ways to tackle and come up with radically new solutions to change the way that all of these industries that affect our lives on a day-to-day basis are conducted. In the agricultural space, the very food that we eat, how the farms and farmers grow the food, how it moves from farms into restaurants and retail outlets and grocery stores, and of course, how it's traded and how the lifestyles of those farmers are funded, how the crops are irrigated, everything about productivity, all of that has been radically changed and improved as a result of some of these teams that you're going to see today. On the education space, we've all struggled with the reality of education moving from in-person classrooms into online environments or remote and distance learning. But of course, we know that those challenges disproportionately impact lower income citizens in our country. And unfortunately, that means that the educational divide just grows larger. Some of the teams you're going to see today are coming up with exciting new ways to solve the problem of distance learning, to level that playing field, to give traditionally disadvantaged students the opportunity to compete with wealthier households and parents and students. And what that means is that these students were going to be the innovators of the future. So the EdTech solutions you're seeing today are not just exciting in their own right, but are incredibly inspiring for what they're leading to in the generations ahead. Finally, we come to health. And at a fundamental level, of course, we're all immediately thinking about vaccines and protection from diseases. But what it's really exposed is a global inequity in terms of distribution and even at a local level in Nigeria, how there's disadvantages of access to medical records, access to drugs that you can trust. All of these things are fundamentally unfair. So over the last 13 weeks, we've been through countless hours of work with each of these startups. In a way, we're almost like part of the founding team. Blood, sweat, tears have all been shed as part of this process, and we're excited today for you to get to see the fruits of all of that hard work and labor. So without further ado, let me hand you over to Gift from the UK Nigeria Tech Hub, who's going to introduce each of the 10 teams. Thank you very much.
As you already know, the iNOVO Accelerator program focused on solutions across 3 sectors: Agritech, Edutech, and HealthTech. First, we start with the Agritech solutions. With the global population estimated to cut across 9.7 billion in 2050, these startups are leveraging their innovative ideas to provide solutions to feed the growing populace. First, let's start with Agripol. Agripol is connecting farmers to buyers through their online platform. They are leveraging technology to provide a predictive analysis to farmers on what type of crops to plant that meets customers' demand.
Food waste is a huge global problem. In Nigeria and Africa, about 60% of all food cultivated annually gets wasted before they can even get to the people who need them. We are talking about enough food to feed over 300 million hungry people in the continent, costing farmers billions of dollars in annual revenue and perpetuating the cycle of poverty. My name is Vincent, and I'm co-founder at Agripol. Despite this enormous waste, hotels, eateries, food processors, manufacturers, resellers, and other businesses and bulk buyers of farm produce still struggle to get the produce they need to power their businesses where and when they need them, highlighting how broken the supply chain in Nigeria and Africa is. It is important to point out that primary food production in Nigeria is worth an approximate $15 billion, meaning that 60% of this value going to waste is simply unacceptable. To solve this problem, we built a web platform at agripol.com that enables farmers to post pictures and prices of their farm produce and sell directly to buyers in any part of the country. This also means that buyers can visit the platform and buy directly from farmers in any part of the country and have this produce delivered to them in 2 to 3 days. So basically, Agripol connects farmers to buyers to shorten farm-to-table time, provides more efficient transportation for their produce, cutting food waste. In the last 1 year, our service has helped the 500 farmers signed up on the platform grow sales by an approximate 25% and cut down their post-harvest loss to less than 5%. This means that they happily pay the 2 to 8% transaction commission Agripol charges per transaction. We also make money from farm produce supply contracts and employ our knowledge of how demand and supply works in agribusiness to buy and sell on the platform. This past 3 months within the iNOVO program has been the most intensive in terms of product development and customer acquisition since we launched Agripol in 2019. We have been able to double the number of farmers we work directly with and have been able to identify issues and make major improvements to our platform. We have also struck a supply partnership with another participating startup and are really thankful for the entrepreneur in residence who has been a great addition to our team. So far, the program has helped us acquire new customers and reactivated existing relationships with customers, resulting in sales worth about $10,000. We have increased the number of farmers we work directly with from 400 to about 600 and have partnered with another startup within the program, Farmer First, to gain access to a new network of over 20,000 farmers. This will drive up our order fulfillment rates to over 95%. In all, this has been the best accelerator experience for us, and we are on course to have our most successful year ever. There is definitely some competition in this space. Listing websites like Gigi.com also have produce listed on their platform for sale, but they cannot vouch for the genuineness of these produce, and as such set up users all the time to be defrauded. There are also other startups that sell farm produce online, but these are mostly infrastructure heavy, making scaling quite difficult. Our model is quite different because not only do we not have inventory, we just recently launched our impressive franchise model, which gives us the benefits of having physical locations without having to pay for them or run them. So our vision for the future is quite clear. It's projected that by 2030, the population of Nigeria will reach 263 million. If there's only one thing all these people are going to be needing, it has to be food. And we are positioning ourselves well to be able to meet this need. In the last 3 months, we raised a small amount of pre-seed funding from V8 Capital to deepen the penetration of our impressive franchise model, Agripol Stores, which is a partnership arrangement with already existing farm produce stores, and gives us the benefits of having physical locations without having to pay for these locations to run them. This franchise arrangement will ensure there is consistent and predictable demand for our farmers' produce around the country all year round. These beautiful dreams we have are being executed by some very great guys. While I am the CEO and have extensive experience starting and managing businesses, my co-founder Samuel is a technical founder with over a decade of programming experience under his belt. We are repeat founders. Finally, we have always been fascinated about how technology can be employed as a force for good to solve many of the challenges facing the African continent. This informed the work we are doing with Agripo. So for us, Agripo is not just about business, but our strategy to leave a food-sufficient world for our children and their children after them. So please join us on this journey. Thank you.
And then we have Farmers First. Farmers First is leveraging technology through an agent backing platform that connects farmers to loans. Through this platform, farmers can make payments, receive payments, and pay bills.
In Nigeria, we have 33 million farmers, in which our farmers lack market access, lack credit facilities, and also lack financial services, in which most of our farmers, about 60% of them experience food wastage, 98% of our farmers farm with less than 1 hectare of land, and also in Nigeria, we have about 60% of people that are unbanked, which are mostly farmers and local traders, especially in the rural areas. Farmer First, we are an Agritech platform that provides market access, credit facilities, and also financial services to our farmers and local traders in Nigeria. Our business model has been simple. We aggregate crops from farmers and we supply to our partners, our off-takers, and we get a commission from it, between 4 to 5%. For the credit facilities, we provide loans for our farmers, both inputs and cash, and we charge about 3 to 4% per interest rate per month on our loans. And we also provide financial services for our farmers and local traders to carry out financial transactions, and we charge a commission for every transaction that is being carried out. In Nigeria, agriculture covers about 25% of Africans' GDP, in which, like I said, 98% of our farmers don't have access to credit for them to grow their agricultural produce, and also 60% of people are unbanked. And in Nigeria, about 60% of an average Nigerian income goes on food monthly. Farmer First, we're in partnership with Afex Commodity Exchange, Lagos Commodity Exchange, and also food processing companies and merchants, where we organize market access for our farmers and we supply commodities to our farmers. On the loan aspect, we're in partnership with Shicluded and Farm Crowdy, which we provide loans to our farmers to enable them grow and expand their agricultural business. On the financial services, we're in partnership with Flutterwave, Kuda Bank, and Global Accelerator. We're currently building a platform for our farmers to carry out financial transactions, and we actually acquired the USSD code recently, *7371, which enable our farmers that don't have smartphones to carry out transactions. And Global Accelerate are also providing POS for our farmers for agency banking. Our team, me, Gaina Elia, I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Farmer First. I have 9 years experience in the agricultural sector. We have Sagmichit Maina, she's the Chief Marketing Officer of Farmer First. She has 5 years experience in the banking sector. And also our Chief Operating Officer, Morina Zango. He has 7 years experience in the agricultural sector. And we have an in-house consultant, Mr. Zono Hassan. He's also a consultant to Afex Commodity Exchange, which he has 15 years experience also in the agricultural sector. Farmer First is made up 11 teams. We have 9 permanent staffs and we have 2 ad hoc staffs. Our goal, our traction, currently we have 23,000 farmers in our platform. We're currently doing an average of $9,000 monthly in revenue at a net profit of $1,500 monthly. Our goal is to expand from 23,000 farmers to about 500,000 farmers within our network, and to build about 1,000 mobile money agents across Nigeria within the next 2 years, and also to have license to acquire a microfinance bank. Thank you.
And next on the list is Foodbank. Foodbank is leveraging technology through its platform by determining which users are actually creditworthy to receive food and then pay on credit.
According to the World Bank, about 13% of our fellow Nigerians are hungry and undernourished. Every day, tens of millions of our citizens must make gut-wrenching compromises in the safety, quality, and quantity of food items that they consume, owing to a declining economy and rising food prices. These challenges are now even impacting segments of population that have important jobs. Meet Fumi, an office clerk and a single mother of 3 kids in Lagos. With a monthly income of $80, she finds it difficult to put nutritious food on the table for her family. She spends 70% of her earnings on food, leaving her with little discretionary spending to adequately cater for her kids. So with teary eyes, she had to take the hard decision of sending 2 of her kids to her mom in a neighboring town in order to reduce the number of mouths that she feeds. Tragically, despite all this demand, retailers have the opposite problem. Every month, they throw away about 30% of foods from their shelves that they have not been able to sell. Foodbank.ng has created a voucher system that enables consumers to buy food which they can pay for at the end of the month. For financially stressed, hungry, and vulnerable households, Foodbank.ng provides access to safe, healthy, and nutritious food items throughout the month. We help to eliminate embarrassment and to restore family pride and dignity. So let me show you how it works. Users apply for food loan on the Foodbank.ng app with their personal and bank details, after which our system conducts a creditworthiness check in order to determine user eligibility and to help us reduce our exposure to risk. Once the user application for a food loan is approved, the user gets a voucher with the approved amount. The voucher is then used to select from a range of popular food items on our mobile app, available at low prices and checkouts without any payments required. The items can be collected from our warehouse or delivered to the door of these customers. So at the expiry of the food loan term, our system deducts the repayment amount from the beneficiary's bank account. So the provision and approval of food loans on the Foodbank.ng platform is convenient, devoid of collateral or guarantor. This means that customers do not need human validation, and food loans are typically approved in as little as 5 minutes. For retailers, we negotiate deals to take food items that are nearing their expiry dates. We then bring that to our warehouse and load the new items into the Foodbank.ng storefront, so we always have an accurate inventory. Our retailers are paid in full at the end of each month. So this solution reduces food waste for retailers by 30%. Our model is very simple and transparent. We charge 15% interest on the loans approved for customers, and there are no additional fees or charges. Over the last 5 months, we have provided more than $12,000 in food loans to 526 hungry households, and we have had 97% repayment of food loans approved for these customers. For retailers, we have saved 4.2 tons of food items that would have ended in the waste bin. We have also partnered with about 50 corporate organizations with an average of 50 employees in Lagos and Ibadan. These companies are promoting Foodbank.ng as a form of staff welfare package, and the companies provide us with guaranteed repayment of the food loans. So our first operational fulfillment center is Oyo State, where we service teachers in the State Civil Service Commission. There are more than 35,000 teachers in this commission, and they average approximately $80 in monthly salary and a monthly food purchasing power of $56. We have 2,572 customers on our wait list in different states outside our operation base. Partnering with corporations and organizations is pivotal to the success of our business because it improves our collection, repayment, and reconciliation of food loans, as well as channel partners for qualified employees. So we are very excited to share to you today that we are finalizing a deal with 15 ministries of the Oyo State government. This will give us access to about 115,000 employees of the ministries, and food loan repayments will be deducted directly from employees' salaries by the directors of finance and accounts, resulting in zero defaults on repayment. Foodbank.ng is managed by a team of passionate young minds who have contributed immensely to food security in Nigeria. My COO, Olasukomi, is a seasoned mathematician with wealth of experience in food, logistics, and e-commerce sector. My CTO, Ademola, is a full-stack mobile developer with over 10 years of experience in product development and design. I am an astute food trader with over 8 years experience in the food industry. Do you know any retailer that loses money by throwing away expired food items monthly? Or do you want to invest and support our cause to reduce the number of hungry households in Nigeria? Please come and have a conversation with us at foodbank.ng. Thank you.
Finally, we have Rural's Farmers Hub. Rural's Farmers Hub is leveraging its proprietary technology through its satellite-based sensing platform to help farmers determine when is the best time to plant crops.
Small farmers today are producing less food than they did 30 years ago. This is shocking, especially when you consider that they have steadily expanded the size of their farms. Reason for this decline includes overcultivation of land without rotation that may have led to severe soil damage. But chief of them is a widespread practice of farming decisions that is not backed by data. Likewise, this has a bearing on the lack of farmers' resilience to climate change. I know this personally because I come from a farming background. I have watched as neighbors from my home village and countless other farmers across the country have struggled to make ends meet. In fact, these challenges affect nearly 40 million farmers across Nigeria, the same farmers who feed us all. Imagine 40 million anonymous faces. Farmers who, despite playing such an important social and economic role, are not able to save money and secure their job. At Rural Farmers Hub, we are returning farmers to profitability through our crop intelligence solution called Capture. Capture uses big data to provide reliable, detailed, and highly granular information of a farm to mitigate risks and optimize output. We make modern data-driven farming more readily accessible anywhere with information on soil composition and quality, which includes soil type, pH, and organic content, weather and climate forecast, crop suitability and potential revenue, precise yield-based fertilizer requirements, and managing crop health in season as a result of diseases and pests. This intel is generated in near real time and personalized for each farmer via a web and mobile app, SMS, voice call, or in person. We also offer mechanization services such as drone flight rental to help farmers apply our advice before and during planting periods. Capture consolidates all this data and presents the information in a simple and intuitive map that shows the farmer precisely which areas of the farm will be least productive, which crop is having issues and where. That way, the farmer gives the crop the exact inputs it needs, saving up to 20% in cost by minimizing waste while optimizing yield outcomes as a result. Farmers now have an intelligent guide telling them the optimal decision to take, where to apply them, and by what amount. We are helping farmers to increase yields by more than 55%. Their income also grew by up to 80%. Given these overwhelming results, you can understand why they are happy to pay our subscription fee of $7 per hectare per month, or $28 per hectare for a season. We sell primarily through farmer cooperatives and also to individual farmers. We also earn sales commission on inputs and drone rental. Capture has been used by 6,500 farmers. In the last 12 months, we have generated $56,000 in revenue, a growth rate of 100% year on year. We have identified 5 million farmers in our partner ecosystem who would use and pay for our crop advisory and precision farming services. The global precision agriculture market is estimated at $5 billion and is expected to grow to $13 billion by 2027. We compete in the crop services segment, and revenue is forecasted to grow in line with the industry. We have partnered with both private and government organizations, as well as with international development corporations. Notable among them is SG2000, a non-profit with over 1 million networked farmers. Rural Farmers Hub is run by co-founders Shegun, a development and trade professional, and myself, Gabriel, a tech specialist and a commercial farmer. Our team of 15 is made up of professionals with a combined 30-year experience in agronomy, soil science, software, and emerging technologies in companies like Shell, HP, African Development Bank, and others. If you would like to invest in the future of farming in Africa, or if you know of a cooperative or farmers that would like to increase their yields and profits using a system that pays for itself in the first season, connect with us at ruralfarmershub.com.
And our second focused industry is health tech, which in recent times has proven to be the fastest vertical in the health sector. And first on the list is Gamified. Gamified is leveraging technology to provide remote healthcare through its solutions and services across online consultations, delivery of medicines, and automatic reminders as to when to refill prescriptions.
No one likes losing money, including your favorite pharmacy or hospital. And lack of predictive data on consumer buying patterns continues to drive pharmacies and hospitals in Nigeria into medicine over-ordering and out of stock. Now, this cost is staggering 30% of the annual revenue. Now, in Lagos alone, it amounts to over $300 million each year. Now, these losses are due to reliance on paper records and manual inventory solutions. Anna Maria Hospital, one of our clients for instance, we're losing an estimated $7,500 each year to excessively stocking slow-line drugs and too few of fast-line drugs. Now, ironically, about 80% of pharmacies and hospitals in Nigeria now use smartphones and computers. And if they found the right solution, this problem could easily be solved. Now, happy to introduce to you Gamified. Now, Gamified is an AI drug inventory software that automatically triggers reordering just in time for pharmacies and hospitals when their supply runs low, enabling them to focus on patient care. Now, we generate lots of data that's helpful for pharmacies and hospitals in predicting disease outbreaks or medication usage trends. It's also helpful in the R&D drive of pharma companies. Now, to get started, all they need to do is subscribe for medicines of their choice from a pool of about 5,000 product ranges on the app, and it's delivered to your doorstep in 1 hour in eco-friendly bags on a 14-day pay-later basis. Afterwards, we deploy our software. It's that simple and convenient. Now, Anna Maria Hospital, in 3 months of using our software, saved $5,000 and reduced their inventory losses by 65%. Now, our unique selling point is that we are faster, we're cheaper by 10%, accessible or available on the cheaper by 10%, available 24/7, and we offer excellent customer service through experienced pharmacists. Now, unlike our competitors, our software is user-friendly and also accessible on the go on all mobile platforms from anywhere in the world through Internet of Things technology. Now, GleeWorld operates a B2B business model that is subscription-based and is targeted at large hospitals, small pharmacies, and registered chemist stores. Now, we make money from the sales of medicines and inventory software. Now, ideally, our software is free to use, provided our users purchase medicines worth $500 minimum monthly. Now, in 2 months, in 2 years of operations, GleeWorld has made revenue of about $300,000. We have delivered over 100,000 orders, and then we have 30 users, that's pharmacies and hospitals, with 100 more on the waiting list. And we have saved our existing users about $150,000. Now, the pharmaceutical market where we operate, it has about 40,000 pharmacies and hospitals. Now, in Lagos, this market in Lagos is worth a massive $1 billion. That's a third of the entire pharmaceutical space in Nigeria. Our goal is to capture 10% of that. That's about $100 million before moving to other cities. Now, GleeWorld has forged last-mile delivery partnerships with Gokada. We also have partnerships on medicine distribution with major distributors of pharma companies like Pfizer and GSK. Now, we have an amazing team working with a culture of empathy and gender balanced. Led by my co-founder and I, my co-founder Bimpe, she has 11 years experience in the pharmacy industry. She was previously a district manager with HealthPlus. And then I have 12 years software engineering experience, as well as marketing and people management, because of my background in computer science and management consulting. Now, we're the right company to solve this problem, having started out as a pharmacy and faced the same challenges that we're trying to solve for our peers today. Now, GleeWorld is looking to raise a seed round of $1 million. Now, this funding will help us scale our solution across Lagos, improve our platform, expand our team, and introduce new features, in patient management and engagement. The pharmaceutical industry is growing in leaps and bounds. This is a massive opportunity you don't want to miss out on. Now, if you want to invest in the future of pharmacy, or you simply want to learn about how GleeWorld is helping pharmacies and hospitals maximize profitability, then you need to talk to us. Thank you very much.
And the second health tech startup in our iNOVO Accelerator program is Medipal. Medipal is leveraging technology by helping hospitals digitize their services as well as find pharmacies anywhere in the world.
6 years ago, I almost lost my life to the cold ends of death. I was very ill at the time, and I visited my university health center to get medical treatment. Sadly, the medical records department couldn't find my records, and the many patients waiting to see the doctor didn't give me access to the doctors. I left the hospital and went to the nearby pharmacy to get medications. The pharmacist could only guess what was wrong with me, as he did not have access to my medical history. I mentioned what was wrong, and he gave me a drug. Unfortunately, I got the wrong drugs, and my health deteriorated badly. In Nigeria today, hospitals lose 5% of their customers on a monthly basis as a result of the use of paper-based records in their medical records department. And an average of 2,000 patients die annually as a result of self-medication and lack of access to their medical history, which makes important medical information such as allergies, blood group, genotype, and many others unknown. It also leads to the patient spending more time repeatedly doing the same medical tests they've done before. These inefficiencies result in the patients leaving one hospital to the other, and it in turn negatively affects the revenue of these hospitals across the country. Medical healthcare is solving this problem by providing a full electronic medical record system and hospital management software to digitize and automate processes across all the departments in these hospitals, thereby helping patients get access to quality medical services across several hospitals across the country. Medical helps reduce patient waiting time by 90%. With this, the average waiting time is reduced from 30 minutes to 5 minutes. As long queues are drastically eliminated, patient comfort is improved, and patient numbers across these facilities are increased. At Medical Healthcare, we charge hospitals a monthly subscription fee of 30,000 naira for small, medium-sized facilities, which amounts to a total of 360,000 naira annually. On the other hand, we charge 50,000 naira for large-sized facilities, which amounts to a total of 600,000 naira annually. We currently have 30 hospitals on board as our clients across 3 states in Western Nigeria, namely Lagos, Ogun, and Oyo states, who now have improved processes across their facilities. We have also onboarded over 160,000 patients, and they're registered on our platform, and over 40,000 patient treatment has been successfully conducted. We have also helped hospitals increase their revenue averagely by 30%. Amazingly, we are currently ranked and accredited as #1 EMR company in Lagos according to the Association of General Medical Practitioners, AGPMPN, as a result of our awesome product quality, our user experience, relatively cheap price point, and our great customer service. We are targeting 10% market share of the $15 billion market, which gives about $1.5 billion for about 40,000 hospitals across Nigeria. We are also collaborating with Curacell.io to automate claims processes directly from our EMR to the HMO companies without third parties, which would save the hospitals a lot of money, usually paid to HMO managers and third-party providers. We also have partnership with eTransact, African financial giant, to launch the web and mobile platform of our EMR product for patients to have access to their medical records on the go, while they also have access to a wide range of healthcare extension services such as teleconsultation, emergency ambulances, home care services, pharmaceutical stores, and many other medical products and healthcare services across the country. I have an awesome team. My name is Victor Emaye, and I lead this team. I have 5 years experience in business development, project management, and of course facilitation across different startups with great experience. I work with my co-founder Ife. Ife has great experience, 10 years experience in the tech space. He's a full stack developer, and he has worked with several organizations also in this space. I also have Tomi, who heads my finance team. She's doing a great job, and she has helped us foster a great relationship with our clients over the past few years that we launched. We are looking to scale our solution to reach more healthcare facilities across several states in Nigeria. Would you like to have access to your own medical records? Are you interested in saving the lives of many thousands of Africans by giving them access to quality medical services and access to their medical history? If yes, do reach out and join us on this journey to revolutionize healthcare in Africa at large. Thank you.
And the last health tech startup in our iNOVO Accelerator program is PharmaServe. PharmaServe is leveraging technology to help tackle the distribution of counterfeit drugs, as well as enabling its providers gain access to medicines seamlessly.
Imagine walking to your local pharmacy to purchase a drug that will save your life, and the drug eventually kills you. My name is Emeka Anyara, and I'm the co-founder of PharmaServe. Several years ago, I lost my younger brother due to the use of substandard medicine. And according to WHO, 1 in every 10 medication distributed in Nigeria is either substandard or counterfeit. And about 100,000 deaths annually have been linked to use of counterfeit medication. The root cause of this is that lack of security and visibility in healthcare supply chain has exposed thousands of healthcare providers, which includes hospitals, pharmacies, and other clinics, to multi-layer middlemen with higher prices and ultimately substandard or counterfeit medicine. At PharmaServe, we are working to rebuild healthcare infrastructure in Nigeria to enable quick and easy access to quality medication for healthcare providers. Through our API-connected procurement platform, we are accelerating an inclusive medicine procurement and delivery by preventing products that leave its legitimate supply chain from returning to it. Our value proposition is that our API-connected platform enables providers to streamline communication between teams and suppliers, which results in faster time in market and lower costs. A market size of over $1.2 billion, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 9.1% according to McKinsey, we have identified 60,000 serviceable customers who have an average of $700 month-on-month purchasing power. What's more interesting is that this is less than a third of the total market. We generate revenue via margin from sales income and other advisory services. We have onboarded over 90 active customers and over 400 pharma suppliers with monthly recurring revenue of $30,000, growing at 10% month-on-month. I and my co-founder, Anu Apiti, has a combined 14 years experience in both pharma and tech industries. And I'm a pharmacist, and I worked previously as a procurement officer at a pharma distribution company. And my co-founder is a full-stack software engineer and formerly worked with Andela. We are currently raising $450,000 pre-seed round to enable us scale our solution to underserved areas and recruit more personnel. This startup is something we are very passionate about, because we believe that each preventable death is one death too many. And in case you know anyone with a domain expertise that will help us scale this, fight the scourge of counterfeit medicine and proliferation in Nigeria, please contact me. Thank you.
And our final group of startups are providing solutions in EdTech by combining softwares and educational theories to advance learning. First, we have AfriLearn. With over 18,000 past questions in its database, AfriLearn is leveraging technology to provide exam practices to its African users.
I was raised in a rural area in Alagbado, Lagos, where my parents sacrificed the little they had to send me to school. My friends, on the other hand, spent their formative years selling goods for their parents to make ends meet. While I fell in love with books, my childhood friends failed to get even the most basic education. Today, each time I visit that neighborhood, it breaks my heart to see many of them languish away doing exactly what they used to do over 2 decades ago, majorly due to lack of education. Worse still, this is the reality for most young Africans across the continent. So in May 2019, I sacrificed the comforts of a lucrative job to co-found AfriLearn. Large unskilled population is dangerous liability to any nation. Unfortunately, as I speak, Nigeria currently has over 200 million population base. Of this number, 80 million, that's 40%, can't read or write. 170 million, that's 85%, can't build or create anything meaningful. According to UNESCO, over 263 million young Africans are out of school. In Nigeria, 83% of the West African Senior Secondary Certificate examination failed the exam. Education systems across Africa are in crisis. It's an emergency. To solve this problem, AfriLearn integrates a network of genius tutors, animators, and developers to produce richly animated and curriculum-relevant video lessons, class notes, gamified exam practice, live classes, and a personalized learning dashboard that empower Nigerian students to achieve success in school, exams, and in life. Every day, the AfriLearn studio hosts expert tutors who teach different subjects in front of our cameras. These contents are then developed into engaging animation and deployed for user subscription through our app, web, and data-free dongle streaming service at highly affordable rates for secondary school students across Anglophone West African countries, a market of effectively over 300 million people. Some children learn best by watching videos, some by reading class notes, some by solving practice problems, and some by social collaboration. AfriLearn was purposefully created to give every child the freedom of personalized learning using the unique method that works best for them at their own pace. Following the success of our prototype, we released our MVP in April 2021, which provides complete secondary education at a subscription fee of less than $3 per month. AfriLearn has since amassed over 7,000 registered users and looking to break even in 2 years. Our peerless differentiating factors include engaging content delivered through storytelling and gamification, fun learning experience with social features, quality yet affordable education with supplementary coding classes. For a market of effectively over 300 million people, AfriLearn aims to capture 10%, that's 30 million users of this market for a start, which is projected to reach over $159 million revenue in 5 years from subscriptions only. Easily the Netflix of education for young Africans. AfriLearn has an award-winning team with over 35 years cumulative experience in education, media, and technology. I have a master's degree in public and international affairs from the University of Lagos. I also have an e-learning certification from Harvard with over 10 years experience in media and education. My co-founder, Gabriel, is a Covenant University graduate with over 10 years experience in production and strategy. Our CTO, Chijoke, has over 10 years experience in software development. In December 2020, AfriLearn was awarded Digital Innovation of the Year by the United States Chamber of Commerce and listed top education innovations in Africa by the African Union. The unfair advantage with AfriLearn is that though our technology innovation is created once, it continually generates multiplied revenues for life with little additional costs. We recently signed a partnership MOU with iNOVO and currently in talks with MTN and Google in the coming weeks. The global EdTech market is projected to reach $404 billion by 2025, and AfriLearn is well positioned to be a key catalyst fueling this growth across Africa. Therefore, an investment in AfriLearn is an investment in Africa's future. Today, we're looking to raise $300,000 for marketing and product development. We know where we're headed. We're already well on our way. And with your support, we can swiftly transform Africa's education sector forever. Thank you.
Next, we have DigiLearn. DigiLearn is leveraging technology by providing quality educational content based on age, language, and preference through USSD codes and SMS.
The pandemic has necessitated urgent and innovative responses to the learning needs of millions of children from low and middle income communities who are out of school and do not have digital devices or internet access. In Africa, 2 out of 3 students miss out on quality learning experiences because they cannot afford textbook or lack internet access, and also do not own smartphones. In rural communities across Nigeria, the unavailability of basic learning resources is at the heart of the poor class, limiting the literacy and numeracy progression of students. To tackle this educational inequity, democratize access to educational content, and close learning gaps in disadvantaged settings, we must leverage the increasing mobile penetration and low-cost simplistic technology solutions that are extremely affordable, readily available, and easily accessible to educate so many, so fast, and so well. Our solution, DigiLens, is an innovative and simplistic technology solution that leverages SMS, USSD, and AI technology in delivering high-quality, government-approved and contextually relevant content in form of textbook and revision materials, quizzes and mini-lessons to basic feature phones that do not require internet connectivity. By simply dialing a USSD code on a basic feature phone or initiating a two-way SMS response, students or learners can register to use our solution, ask teachers questions, practice for terminal examinations such as WAEC, NECO, or JAMB, search the internet offline, receive both multiple choice and open-ended assessment questions by text, and get feedback on their responses in real time. All of these functions are available to anyone, anywhere in Nigeria by just dialing a shortcode on any mobile basic feature phone with a daily, weekly, or monthly subscription. Over 50% of our users increase their test score by 200% after 1 week of continuous usage, and this continues to rise across the period of usage. While 70% of the 34 million Nigerian children that are currently out of school cannot afford a radio, a television, or a smartphone to learn online, there is overwhelming evidence to show that there are at least 1 to 2 basic feature phones in every home across Nigeria. This is a massive opportunity to bring inexpensive, relevant, and accessible learning content to over 170 million children through our USSD and SMS learning platform. We have made access to the service very flexible for low-income users. Users pay as low as the dollar equivalent of 100 Naira per week and about 300 Naira per month for unlimited access. We also make margin from about 1,200 Naira subscription made by parents to have access to periodic assessment feedback of their children. Learners can either pay for themselves to study over a period of time, or we can partner with governmental institutions or organizations to deploy these services as a sponsored intervention in refugee camps, in remote communities, or underserved schools where the solution is needed for teaching and learning. Since our soft launch during the COVID-19 pandemic, we have amassed over 700 users with over 200 paid users. This exponential potential for impact has seen us receive funding support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, One Young World, Queen's Commonwealth Trust, and the Global Changemakers. We're also recognized by the African Union as one of Africa's most innovative solutions in 2020. Our work at Digilens is championed by a dedicated group of educational practitioners and product developers with over 15 years of collective experience, looking forward to partnership and support to scale our solution to the next phase.
Finally, we have Scholar. Scholar is leveraging technology through its multilingual gamified platform that enables children to learn online, as well as teachers to create content based on demand.
If we were to give a grade to our traditional teaching and learning methods, they would surely fail. And the COVID-19 lockdowns have made it even more obvious that a radical new approach is needed. Primary and secondary schools are facing a daunting reality. They have the most important and hardest jobs in the world, teaching a new generation of learners who are unlike any in the past. Gen Z learners spend an average 5 to 6 hours online every day. They live in the social media generation and expect content to be fun, engaging, and interactive. Yet, the e-learning platforms are painful, too formal, and frankly, just boring. On the other side, teachers struggle to create content on platforms that are complicated, adding to their workload with no extra pay. These teachers complain that it is hectic, and even when they do manage to upload a class, there is little to no engagement by their students. Scholar solves these problems for schools through a platform that benefits their students and their teachers. We use gamification to drive engagement and to increase performance when primary and secondary schools use our e-learning channels. We are tapping on the billion-dollar strategies used by social media companies like TikTok by using incentives such as points, ranks, and leaderboards. The Schooler app rewards students with points for every right answer they get from doing schoolwork such as assignment, test, or even self-assessment on our platform. The Schooler Leaderboard is a hall of fame that showcases top 10 performing students, ranking them by the number of points they earn daily or weekly. Two competitive features, the duel and the tournament, allows the participation of more than one student from the same school or from different schools in an inter-school competition. Teachers no longer complain of a tedious process because we embedded an AI to help them generate contents faster. We also allowed creative teachers on the platform to share premium contents in the form of notes, videos, or practice questions with other users on the platform for a fee. The money incentives has encouraged quality content creation on the Schooler platform. Schooler is built to scale as our platform is content agnostic and multilingual. This means that Schooler is available to any school with any curriculum and in any region. Schooler makes e-learning fun for students and exciting for teachers who earn on our platform. It is a complete e-learning solution for schools. Schools pay us an annual subscription fee of just $5 per student. And when we organize premium tournaments, we charge participants $3. When creative teachers host premium content on Schooler, we take 50% commission only when other users use their content. For the past 3 months, we have seen a steady 70,000 monthly visits on our platform with a 2,000 daily active user. Today, we have 30 paying schools with 10,000 students active on the platform and 2,000 plus teachers, of which 20% are contributing premium content. Since launching in July 2020, over 30 schools have reported 7 times more engagement and up to 30% increase in students' performance when compared to any solutions they used previously. Our beachhead market is 4 Nigerian states of Kano, Kaduna, and Abuja with over 4,000 private schools and an enrollment of over 1 million students. Our beachhead market is 4 Nigerian states of Kano, Kaduna, Abuja, and Lagos with over 4,000 private schools and a total enrollment of 1 million students. This represents 11% of Nigeria's market that has a total enrollment of 40 million students. We are projecting to be in 500 schools by the end of the year 2021. Since joining the program and in the last 3 months, we have been awarded Most Innovative Startup by NIDDA, the Apex Technology Agency in Nigeria, supporting Schooler with funds and a commendation letter for strategic partnerships. And I am proud to announce today that we have secured a strong partnership with the Nigerian Tulip International Colleges. The NTIC is a group of 16 schools in 6 Nigerian states. They are known for organizing competitions amongst schools, rewarding winners with top dollar prizes and scholarships. And they are happy to host these competitions on the Schooler platform. We are a young and ambitious team with modest achievements. My co-founder Nasir and I have known each other for the past 10 years and have built businesses and solutions together. He is a senior Python engineer building solutions for companies like Julius Berger PLC. I have background in computer science and my strength is in marketing and product development, owing to my 7 years plus experience working with primary and secondary schools in Nigeria. Ladan builds our mobile application and ensures all our codes work. He is a Gen Z member himself and wants to build solutions ideal for his generation. We know we are embarking on a long journey to build the future of education. Therefore, we are looking for stakeholders who share our vision of making e-learning easy, fun, and exciting. If you are listening to this and you know a school that would like to increase their students' scores by 30%, or a creative teacher that wants to earn money for their lessons, or you are an investor that would like to invest in the future of education, do talk to us in the breakout rooms. Thank you.
Wow, wasn't that incredible? I'm sure that just like myself, everybody that's watching today can relate to one, if not several, of those incredible innovations, and may very well look in their own personal lives and say, look, I'm busy signing up right now to join that particular service or take advantage of that app or that technology. We've had the advantage of working with these teams over the last 13 weeks, so we've known what's coming. So for everybody that's watching at home, I hope you can join me in a virtual round of applause for these incredible teams and these founders that are truly breaking new ground. Again, please join me in a heartfelt appreciation to the UK and Nigeria Tech Hub, who took a big leap in funding this program and making this all possible for these teams. I'd also like to thank again Ventures Platform, without whom we never could have pulled this off. Even though it was a remote program, we worked tirelessly with them, and some of the pieces of this were actually able to be done in person thanks to their physical presence. But more importantly, their connection to a whole slew of enabling partners on the legal side, on the video side, on the services side, on the credit side. And all of this has enabled these startups to achieve the results that you've seen just now. In addition to that, I would like to thank the Entrepreneur in Residence. The Entrepreneur in Residence program is one of the most important parts of how these accelerators work. There's 5 individuals who are brought in and employed full-time to dedicate themselves solely to these 10 startups. They specialize in different arenas from tech, marketing, growth hacking, UI UX design, finance, etc. And they're available to help shepherd the startups through the entire 13 weeks, which is one of the most stressful experiences that they've ever been through. Even though they are behind the scenes, we'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the entire program, all the partners, and everybody else to specifically thank these 5 individuals for making this all possible. So please join me in sharing our intense gratitude to our EIRs, Henry, Jerry, Ayomidi, Patrick, and Cookies, who has the best name of any of the EIRs. From the Ventures Platform team, Mo, Joy, Coco, Williams, you guys have been absolutely extraordinary. We were thrown into this with very little time to prep, and you've risen to the challenge, and we couldn't be more impressed by the outcome over the last 3 months of working together. So thank you so much. On the SBC side, Danielle was the glue that kept it all together. And of course, if you asked any of the founders, they will know her name and her WhatsApp number by heart at this point. And again, to the key corporate partners, government entities, and all the other stakeholders that have joined together to help bring these startups into the limelight. So with mixed emotions, that brings us to the end of the formal portion of this demo day. Now it's the opportunity for you to engage directly with each of these 10 startups. If you look below this window, you will see links to each of the specific breakout rooms. Each of the startups will be in that room for the next hour, and that's direct interaction between you and that startup. So you can pop into a room, join the conversation, get contact details, pop into another room. Please feel free to go to as many of the rooms as you can, and make sure that you get contact details for each of these startups. We welcome you to start a meaningful interaction with the teams that you feel resonate with you most. whether as a customer, a user, or an investor, the next step of this journey actually belongs to you. They've gotten us to this point, but their growth from here is really up to adoption and support and mentorship and investment that's going to come from those of you that are watching today. So please take the time to join into the breakout rooms, connect with these startups, really understand the depth of what they're achieving, and please be part of the journey moving forward. So with that, I'll give one final thanks and especially an acknowledgement to all of the 10 startups that have done such an extraordinary job. While this is the end of the iNOVO Accelerator program, this is really just day one of the rest of your startup journey. And based on what we've seen so far, the future is very, very bright. Our mantra is always finding African solutions for African challenges, and you have blown us out of the water. Onwards and upwards.
Greetings from London to all the participating startups and distinguished guests of the UK-Nigeria Tech Hub iNOVO Demo Day event. My name is Johnny Martin, and I'm the head of the UK Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sports International Digital Trade Networks, which supports and funds the UK-Nigeria Tech Hub and its brilliant work to promote the local tech ecosystem and broader digital inclusion in Nigeria. And it is an honor today to give the closing remarks at the iNOVO Demo Day event. The UK-Nigeria Tech Hub is a key element of the UK government's International Tech Hub network, established by my department as part of the FCDO-led Digital Access Programme, and which is committed to stimulate the local digital economy, support high-end digital skills to drive sustainable jobs and inclusive economic growth, and to forge innovation partnerships between the UK and Nigerian tech sectors. With the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic across the globe, it is great to see the UK-Nigeria Tech Hub championing an intervention programme that promotes the application of innovation to solve some of the arduous problems across the education, health, and agriculture sectors in Nigeria. I'm particularly pleased to have seen the innovative solutions these startups are building to solve identified social problems. The programme demonstrates how the UK, through the International Tech Hub Network and the wider Digital Access Programme, is partnering with countries such as Nigeria to develop the tech ecosystem by supporting early stage startups, scale their business models and operations for a wider impact in underserved communities. As we close out on today's event, I'd like to say congratulations to the top 10 selected startups who are working tirelessly hard to innovate, iterate, and impact their local communities. Also, a very huge thank you to all our delivery partners for their excellent work, and the entire startup community for joining us to witness the groundbreaking innovative solutions of our participating startups in the iNOVO Accelerator program. We do hope that today's event will continue to catalyze more conversations on the need to support early stage startups building digital and tech projects in Nigeria. We also hope that through this event, aspiring Nigerian tech entrepreneurs will have felt empowered to further explore their opportunities across the various sectors within Nigeria. Thank you very much.